Today, I want us to work with intention, to really think about why do we turn up on our yoga class, what's the intention behind doing whatever we're doing. So by starting lying on the floor, we can just settle and place ourselves in this space. And maybe even promise ourselves that we are going to move with intention, work with intention. If you have an intention that you're working with, just repeat it in your mind 3 times now. Otherwise, your intention can be just, I am working with intention. And interlace your fingers over your head, stretch your arms away and point your toes. Then turn the hands the other way, flex your feet and stretch. Good. Bring your feet onto the floor and sway your knees side to side, letting your hips get a little bit of a stretch. So I'm bringing the legs to one side and stretching the front of the leg and the glutes, and to the other side, just letting that happen. And now hold it to one side. So I'm having both legs towards the right. My left buttock cheek is off the floor. I'm pushing the hips up. And then see if you want to interlace your fingers and stretch in the opposite direction to your knees. So my hands are towards the left. My left hip is off the floor. And I am stretching the front of the thighs. Good. And coming back to center. Swaying the knees side to side again. And then change sides. The leg that is closest to the floor goes all the way down. The other leg is stretching on the front, hip flexor, glutes. Good. And bringing it to center. Bring the knees towards your chest and make big circles with your knees outwardly. So one hand on each knee, and we go outwards, and then bring it inwards. Feeling the back of the sacrum, the back of the hips. Good. And bring your legs up towards the sky. Rotate your feet, activating your ankles in one direction and then in the other direction. Good. Flex the feet and open your legs as wide as they will go. So you're opening the legs, flexing the feet, and stretch your arms overhead. And again, flex and point your toes, your feet, feeling the insides of the legs. And you can rock your hips side to side or back and forth. Bring your arms through your legs, lifting, stretch the legs, hands go through. Exhale, release the hands overhead. So we're going to do a few of those. We're letting the hands, so bring your hands into namaste overhead. Inhale, exhale, hands go through. Keep flexing the feet. Inhale, hands are overhead. Exhale, going through. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it there. Hands come through the legs. Hold it. Head and shoulders are up. And then bring your feet together, knees apart, and hold onto your feet through your legs. So your legs, you're making like a little frame with your legs, your head is like in a picture frame with your legs, and you rock side to side. Feeling the kidneys. My intention here is to massage my kidneys. Good. And release the head and shoulders. Have your left leg up, right ankle crossing over the left. Bring your hands through. And you can have your left leg outstretched, or maybe bend your knee and push that knee, that right knee away with your right elbow. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathe deeply. And release, change legs. So shake your legs a little bit, cross the left elbow over the right knee. This is supine pigeon pose. Breathe. Good. And bringing it back to center. Happy baby. Reaching towards your feet and rocking side to side. And then Balasana. Happy baby. Great. Bring your hands underneath your knees. And we're going to rock backwards and forwards. Rocking backwards and forwards with the intention of coming into standing. So rock as many times as you need to. And then come into standing. Shake your shoulders, shake your hips. Good. And we're going to work a little bit in mandala shapes today. So if you wanted to have your mat parallel, or move your computer so that you can see me better, you can do that. Working in a mandala shape means that we are generating a sort of circular pattern, and sometimes you will be looking towards the screen, sometimes you will be looking away from the screen. So yes, it's an opportunity to exercise your sense of hearing and paying attention to the instructions, verbal instructions. Good. We're standing at the front of the mat and spreading the toes. Lift from your instep, pelvic floor, lower abdomen. Your shoulders are by the sides of the body. Inhaling and exhaling. So let your intention right now be just here and now, standing here. And inhale, expand the arms as far as you can, opening the chest, reaching all the way towards your fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. Bring your fingertips together above your head, reaching towards the sky. Let yourselves be here on this stretch right now without anticipating what's coming next. Exhale, reach with your hands away. Reach, reach, reach. And we're going to fall forwards. So with control, we're folding forwards, softening your knees, soften your head. We rest on our thighs. Inhale, straighten the legs, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, hands by the sides of your feet, and bring your right leg back into a low lunge. Rock that back foot, feeling the front of the hip and the thighs. Maybe extending the front leg as well. Lovely. And now bring your hands to the inside of your foot and come into Skandasana, a half squat. So your left ball of the foot is on the floor. Hands are inside your legs. And the right leg is nice and stretched. Good. Now, place your left hand firmly on the floor. Push or support your left knee with your left elbow and bring your right arm up. Expand from fingertips to fingertips. Opening your chest, feeling that body opening up. Lovely. And release. Walk your hands between your legs, lifting your hips and letting your upper body release towards the floor. Crown of the head goes towards the ground. Breathe. Inhale. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Take a moment here to feel from your tailbone to the crown of the head. Feeling the backs of the legs. You can use blocks in here if the floor seems to be a little bit far. And look towards the back foot. We're going to walk the hands towards the back foot, which is the right one. We're coming onto the ball of the foot. The heel comes off the floor. And squat towards your right. Take a moment to push that right knee with your right elbow and open up into a twist. The left foot is pointing towards the ceiling. Make sure that your knee is also pointing up. One more breath in here. And exhale. Bring your hands onto the floor. Come into a low lunge towards the back of the mat or the opposite direction where you started. Bring your left knee onto the floor, opening the chest, pushing the hip forwards. Breathe. And bring the right foot back. Come back into a supported plank. Keep your belly engaged. And we're going to do some press downs. So your wrists and your shoulders are aligned. Keep your core engaged. And come in halfway, push it back up. Come in halfway and push it up. Come in halfway, push it up. 3 more. 2, 1. And now really gently come onto the ground. Release your forehead onto the floor. Bring your hands by the sides of the body. We're going to do 3 locusts. We're going to bring head, shoulders, and legs up and then release down. So to start with, you can have your chin on the floor or your forehead on the floor. Your hands are resting by the side of the body, palms facing upwards. As you inhale, bring everything up. Shoulders, arms, head. Your belly will probably be on the floor. We're not levitating today. And exhale, release down. Breathe deeply. We're going to do it again. Inhale, lift it up. Bring your hands by the sides of your body. Shoulders are away from your ears. Reach towards your toes. And exhale, release. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, coming up. And exhale. Keep the chest up. Release the legs. Bring the hands by the sides of the ribs, by the sides of the chest. And come into cobra. Exhale, release down. Tuck your toes. Push up into downward facing dog. Bend your knees in a soft old dog. Swaying your upper body side to side. Lovely. And then walk your dog heels towards the ground, releasing the backs of the legs and hips. Good. We're going to bring the left leg up. Bring your right foot in the middle of the mat. Left leg comes up. Open your hip. So look underneath your left armpit. Point the toe. Bend your left knee. And let your heel, so the knee still towards the ceiling. Here, knee towards the ceiling. The hip is opening up. I'm almost like falling behind. Good. Now look towards the hands. Bring the hip back to center. Knee towards the chest. And then bring the foot onto the floor. Help it if you need to. If the foot doesn't reach all the way, you can bring it with a hand. Release for a moment, letting your hip stretch forwards. And we're going to lift the back knee, come into Skandasana again. So the ball of the foot is on the floor, the heel is off the floor. And open up. Breathe deeply. So let your hips be heavy towards the floor. We are placing the left hand on the floor. Left elbow is pushing the left knee. And opening the side body into this twist in Skandasana. Walk your hands between your legs, letting your crown of the head release towards the floor. Lovely. Let the gravity help you stretch down towards the floor. Lift the head. Your hands are underneath your shoulders for a moment, just letting the blood circulate the way that it should. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way towards the other side, coming onto the ball of the foot. Take a moment to have the leg extended, the left leg is extended, the toes are towards the ceiling. Right hand is on the floor, and you can twist, opening your chest, pushing the knee with the arm. And release the hands, turn all the way towards the front of the mat. Release the back knee, opening up. So we are in a low lunge still. And bring the foot back, coming forwards into your plank. You can be in full plank if you feel strong today, or you can have your knees onto the floor. And we're going to do 7 press-ups. So check that you're not coming back on your hips. Your chest is over your wrists, and your middle body shouldn't be hanging down, it should be held. Good. If you have doubts, come into full plank and you'll see if you're in the right position. Inhale and exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And releasing down. Hands by the sides of the body, legs onto the floor. 3 locust pose. Inhale, lifting up, bringing the hands by the sides of the body, pointing the toes, reaching. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Lifting the legs, lifting the arms, reaching. Then release the legs. Keep the contraction on the back. Bring the hands by the sides of the chest. Shoulders back and down. Come into a deeper cobra. Exhale, release down. Tag your toes. Down dog. You can bend your knees. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Shake your head. Inhale, look towards your hands. And tango all the way towards the front of the mat. Crisscrossing your legs. Good. Soften your head, soften your shoulders. Take a moment in your Uttanasana, maybe holding onto your elbows, swaying side to side. And then rolling up into standing. Bring your arms around and up. And exhale, hands towards your heart. Good. Shake your legs, shake your arms. Let's do it all on the other side. So the maybe more difficult poses in these ones are Skandasana. Skandasana is this squat where you are like in a squat and one leg comes out. And if it feels okay to do it like this, you stretch, twisting like this. If you want to now challenge it and come into a balancing pose, you can. The rest of the stuff, we have done it before, so make sure you're in the right alignment when you're doing your press-ups. Feel your arms. It is an effortful sequence, so put effort into it and you will get more out of it. Okay, we're going to start with the left leg this time. So come to the front of the mat and just stand there, feeling lifted. Watching your intention again. What is your intention? Is it present? Or is your intention now shifted to, oh, I want to go and have something to eat or something to drink? There's not a lot of time left for this class, so can you bring your intention to being present here and now? Shoulders back and down. Open your eyes if they were closed. Inhale, bring your arms around and up. Opening the chest, reaching through your fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. And reaching up and back. Being in this extended pose. Exhale. Reach your fingertips away from you. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, softening your knees. Bring your left leg back into a low lunge. You can release the foot or you can rock back and forth. Should be already a little bit more supple because we've done a full mandala already. Good. Then bring your right hands to the inside of your right foot. Turn around and come into your squat. As for some people, being so low is not possible, so you could be up here, balancing and twisting. If you can be down here, it's a nice stretch for the leg, and because your heel is off the floor, you are balancing. So choose if you're doing a twist or you're balancing. Release your hands towards the floor, lift your hips. Your feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat, and release down into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift your head, hands come underneath the shoulders. And walk your hands all the way towards your left leg. Extending the right leg, taking a moment to be in your Skandasana, or ninja pose as I call it. Open into a twist, or maybe balance. See what's right for you right now. And release. Walk your hands all the way towards the back of the mat. Take a moment on your low lunge, opening your hips and your chest. Hands onto the floor, bring the leg back. And bring your chest over your wrists. 7 press ups. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing down. Chin on the floor, hands by the side. 3 locusts. Lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Lift, reaching, reaching, reaching. Relax the legs, hands by the side of the chest. Cobra, pushing a little bit higher. Exhale, release down, tuck your toes. Down dog. This time the right leg comes up. Open the hip, look underneath your right armpit. Bend the knee. Stretching the whole front of the body. And inhale, look towards your hands. Square your hips towards the floor. Bring the foot between your hands. Open your chest, lower your hips. You can release the knee on the floor if you wanted to. Hands come to the inside of the foot and turn around into your Skandasana. And either twist or hands off the floor, balancing, breathing. Nice. And release the hands, lift the hips, wide-legged forward fold. You can have your hands through, maybe crown of the head on the floor. And lift your head, hands are underneath the shoulders. And we're going to walk the hands all the way towards the left leg. I almost forgot Skandasana on this side. So maybe now you feel tired and you can just rest in there. You can hang on your knee, open up, maybe hands on the floor, or maybe you can even bring your hands in front of you and stretch your back. It's your practice, so you can find your way wherever you are. Well done. Turn towards the front of the mat. Release. Back leg. Hands onto the floor. Bring the leg back. Supported plank. We're nearly there. 7 press ups. You can be in plank. You can be with your knees on the floor. Inhale. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release down. Hands by the sides. 3. Locust pose. Inhale, lifting everything. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Fingertips reach towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Release the legs. Bring the hands by the sides of the chest. Keep the lift in the chest. Push a little bit higher. Exhale, release. And come into downward facing dog. You can sway your hips side to side and have your knees soft. Shake your head. And then crisscross your feet, your legs, tangoing your way to the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance, spread your toes, release your head. Grab hold of your elbows. Inhaling, exhaling. And then rolling up into standing. Your head is the last thing to come up. Bringing your arms around and up. And hands towards your heart. Good. Close your eyes. Take a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. Just breathing, settling, feeling the effects of the practice. Soften your breath. And in that sequence, we had a bit of everything. We had balance, we had strength, we had forward folds and back bends. We used our legs as well. Just as I mentioned, the parts of the body, send them a pearl of gratitude. And softly opening your eyes, and you can come into a seated position or lying down for your Shavasana, whichever way you feel that is going to serve you the best. It's important to take a few minutes to land, to digest, to rest. And sometimes we feel like letting go on the ground. Sometimes we feel like sitting and just breathing from where we are. So whatever the case is perfect. I'm sitting on a cushion, so you don't need to sit on the floor. Sitting on a cushion allows you to have your knees down towards the floor and sitting a bit more up straight. And if you're seated, bring your index finger onto your chin and gently encourage your chin to come down towards your chest a little bit. It's almost like if you have a fist underneath your chin. We tend to sit with the chin up and the shoulders relaxed. And so shoulders back and down, chin slightly tucked in. Imagine that you have a string flying from the crown of your head, lifting you up. And if you're lying on the floor, also check that the back of your neck is long, your chin is slightly tucked in. Closing your eyes. Tuning in with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And scan the body, check in if there is any tension that you're still holding. Maybe it's your chin, maybe your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your hands. Sometimes we press our hands. Can you relax them? Let them open up. And rest on the breath. This breath that is in the present moment. Welcoming the breath and a soft belly. Feeling how the collarbones are opening up and relaxing. pulling away from each other. And the neck is long. What is your intention now? Bring the palms of your hands together if you're seated. If you're lying down, just stay where you are. I'm going to chant 3 times the Gayatri mantra. If you know it, you can chant it with me. Gayatri mantra brings the light of awareness, the light of knowledge about ourselves. So here goes. Om Bhurabhuva Svaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yuna Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yuna Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yuna Prachodayat. And if you're lying down, you can wiggle your toes on your fingers. If you're sitting up, you can roll your shoulders. Maybe have a little stretch. Good. And if you're lying down and you want to stay lying down, you can do that as well. Bring your palms together over your chest. Bow your heads. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti He. Namaste. Grab the palms. And bring your palms over your face. Inhale. Exhale. I hope that your intentions are accomplished today. Thank you for being here.